Abdullah Muid. I work in IOM Bangladesh Mission in Migration and Development Program. By the end of February, we started getting a lot of news that migrants are coming back to Bangladesh from the countries which are worst affected by COVID. So at that time, we were sitting together with some of my friends and we found out that these migrants who are part of our community are struggling to get reliable information in their own language so that they can take an informed decision. We are trying to really identify how best we can help our community members who are spread across many different countries in this world. And what we identified is that they don't have access to information mostly, and also some of them are very frightened. Many of them are losing their jobs due to this lockdown in many countries. So we decided to open up a channel for them where they can talk to us, talk to their country people, and get a bit more confidence as well. We designed this website overnight almost in 36 hours, and then we started getting a lot of requests in that site, a lot of clicks, hits, and then we decided to move towards Facebook and also created an Autobot. We did a lot of cross-sharing of information, including the information that came out in IOM's website, in the World Health Organization's website, and the partnership is very important in this time of crisis when everyone needs these informations, not only information, but support they could fetch from different sources. The services that are currently provided from this website and the Facebook group is mostly information on flights, information on medical treatment, information on financial support, and also we are connecting diaspora community to provide support to these migrant workers who need food support or financial support to some extent. So in the very early stage of this website, we were receiving a lot of requests for food support. Migrants were asking from many different countries. So what we decided that connecting them with the diaspora community will serve them most, because they understand their behavior, they understand their cuisine. So it was more kind of linking each other so that they can support them in times of need. When we started 3 months back at end of March, on 29th March, we had only information services, but then we added consultation, counseling, and also telemedicine service for migrants stranded abroad, because many of them we found are not willing to go to the doctors, or the doctors were not really understanding what they were saying. One particular case was from Brazil. 2 individuals came to us saying that they are coughing for last 7 days, but they couldn't really express their concerns to the doctors. Then the doctors from Bangladesh consulted with them, and he suspected they have contracted COVID. So they were provided advice accordingly. So the value of this telemedicine service for migrants is that there are Bangladeshi doctors talking to Bangladeshi workers in many different countries in their own language. It provides reliable information to these migrants who are stranded in many different countries, and particularly for migrants who cannot speak the local language. It's a global pandemic, it's a global crisis. We need to do whatever we can to address this. So over this 3 months period, we received 39,000 requests for information from migrants. We received over 12,000 telemedicine support requests from migrants and their family members. And also, our information on the website was viewed by over 1 million migrants from different parts of this world. In a time of crisis, we don't need to find out very complicated processes. We identified a very simple way to reach out to migrants, and it's working. So most of the works are done on voluntary basis. So there are volunteers who receive these questions from the migrants, answer to their question. We use online platform, mostly WhatsApp-based calling system, so that we can easily reach to these migrants who have access to internet, or Facebook messaging, because most of these migrants have some kind of Facebook or social media track as well. And also we have doctors who are volunteering for last 3 months, and we have almost 17 doctors. There are a couple of doctors who are also working from Australia, US, and from Malaysia. It requires 24-hour support. Personally, I'm funding 3 doctors whom we recruited just 2 months back. They're providing support as much as they can, but also we need more support to continue this process. There are over 10 million Bangladeshi workers spread across different countries in this world. And it doesn't matter where they are, they're part of this community. We're one. International Organization for Migration, we understand the needs of these migrants. We regularly receive requests from them. So I would request my colleagues, my friends, people who work in this community to stand by these migrants and provide support to them, because they are one of the most vulnerable community. This is a global crisis. Everyone is affected. We need to do whatever we can together to address this problem.